Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Watch now. I see that we can have a little fun with it.
Of course we're going to have fun with it. This is YouTube, live.
Real time.
Hey everybody! We're not really center stage. This is center stage. But I'm joined by Desmond Smith.
Hey guys.
Sorry, I kind of tripped up on your first name.
That's okay.
I'm a little choked up the fact that you brought... Oh, wait, hang on, sorry. I have to mute the our monitor over here.
5-second delay in case we say.
No, if we say anything that we shouldn't say, there is no taking back. This
Perfect.
is live on
Perfect.
YouTube. Des,
Yep.
you prefer...
Des or Desmond, either one.
Cool. And Desmond is senior product manager
Yes, sir.
at T-Mobile and has been working with the Android series of products pretty much from the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. Launched G1 way back in the day and have done lots of devices since then. Last time we met, I brought over a Note 2, which is a fantastic device. And today we have another fun, exciting little toy.
This thing that is slightly sold out.
Yes, slightly sold out. So sold out on Google yesterday, and I went down to our Loman's Plaza store, which is here in Bellevue, near where we are at, and they were already sold out at noon today. So
Wow.
very exciting.
It's
very
a hot
exciting.
product.
Apparently a little pent-up demand for a new Nexus device.
Just a bit. Just a bit. Well, it's been a while since the last Nexus revision.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go back and look at when Galaxy Nexus launched, but I feel like it's been close to a year.
I haven't heard many people talking about it, above, like, let's say, the Samsung Galaxy S3 or the Note 2
Sure.
in recent months, at
Well,
least.
now 4.2 did get pushed out to Galaxy Nexus, so lots of folks
Yes.
are trying Photosphere, which is one of the key features we'll talk about today.
In
Very
fact,
cool,
yeah,
exciting, right?
I had a chance, and I already uploaded this video to the channel of
perfect.
putting 4.2 on the Nexus, the Nexus 7. I have to
Sure.
be specific.
Yep.
The 7, and I was really surprised at the very. It was slight, but to me it was palpable. I noticed like small changes. The performance has definitely improved between Android 4.1 and 4.2.
Yeah, a little bit more butter at work there, right? I mean, those guys are
yeah.
just constantly refining and improving performance. So
And
it's
I'm
been
very
great.
grateful for that. So I'm sorry, you guys. This is not exactly the perfect angle. My office wasn't really set up for more than just me, but we're making the best of it. So even if Des and I are cropped out, this is center stage.
I'll just get out of the way and we'll just
no.
let the phone.
It's okay. Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask them. We'll be watching the comments coming in live on YouTube. Feel free to share this, by the way, with all your friends and even your enemies, if you want. With 650 of you watching right now, thank you for all the likes. We had about 300 of them before starting this video. Thank you for all of that attention, because it's obvious you want to know what's inside this box. So let me move Andy. Just down. Where should I put him over here? He got knocked over in our last unboxing. People were a little concerned about that. So we have a very clean box. Here on the back tells you what we're going to get. The best of Google, which stands to reason. This is pretty much Google's flagship Android phone. Beyond Smart? Well, what does that mean? Oh, a 4.7-inch display, cutting-edge quad-core processor. Really?
First Qualcomm quad-core processor.
So the Nexus 10 has a dual-core.
Has a dual-core, correct.
Why would they put a quad-core in the phone and a dual-core in the tablet?
Well, I can't answer for Google on that one. I can tell you that this is just a high-performance smartphone. It's probably their leading design, and I think it depends on probably use cases more than anything. But in this particular case, we've got the brand new Qualcomm quad-core processor. It's a 1.5 gigahertz processor. Lightning fast. You talk about butter, and we talk about performance improvements on your Nexus 7, which is a Tegra 3 processor, right?
Yes.
This device is remarkably fast. I mean, I don't know that there's. We'll leave it with you for a few days, and we'll have to let you do your comparison with your iPhone, and we'll have to see which one is maybe the fastest ever, right?
And that's the thing. You can measure so much, and I've been looking forward to this for quite some time, if only because I hadn't had a chance to try the previous Nexus phone. By the time I was, kind of around, I'm like, okay, Android 4.0, very interesting.
Yeah.
4.1, 4.2, and now this is available. So before I tick off any more YouTube followers, they always get upset. When I do this live for them, they're like, just get to the unboxing.
Get to the box.
Well, I'm just telling you what's on the box here. Totally wireless, and that's talking about the inductive charging?
Yeah, there is built-in wireless charging. There's NFC, so they have an upcoming accessory that we've been testing out a little bit that's great. It actually, you just place the device right on the charging pod, if you will, and it charges wirelessly. Here we go.
Kind of fun. All right, so we've got some stickies on the back here.
Security tape.
Yeah, because, we don't want anybody running off with the Nexus. They're just so you guys know, there's black tape.
And did you get the little Nexus logo down there at the
Yes,
bottom? Just a nice, clean,
I like
beautiful.
nothing
I
cluttered.
like clean box.
Very, very simple. And I in fact, I kind of like this too. Being someone who uses Google Plus, they put the Google Plus logo right there. And I thought it was a little odd too, and maybe we'll see it here on the update. I know they didn't mean to do this, but you can add widgets to the home screen, and if I don't turn it off, there's a plus. And it's not a plus one necessarily, but I'm thinking, that's Google for you. So let's go ahead and. All right.
Oh.
Gotta be careful. Don't want it to fall out there. Here we go. Right there. And
I'm going to take a picture
holy
of you
cow.
unboxing while we're unboxing.
Dude. Okay, I'll get to the rest of the box in a second, but I gotta tell you, that is light. That is extremely light. Even my dog thinks it's light. Did you hear him there?
I heard him. We're getting a...
I'm not kidding. He's an Android dog.
Feedback.
It is real time. It absolutely is real time feedback.
Would that be a like? I think that might be a like.
It's definitely a bark one.
Oh, there you go.
So the rest of the box, and then I'll get back to the phone here. Very nice. A little piece of cardboard in which the phone sits. Oh, I see the little notch to pull it out.
Yep.
And I'd assume there are instructions in here.
No, I think that's just probably...
Okay.
We just have quick start guide. There should be terms and conditions. Yep. T-Mobile SIM card, charger.
Yeah, we need the SIM card, of course. Stuff. And there we go. Now, speaking of T-Mobile, you guys got plans for this thing.
Yeah, I mean,
and not like plans for the phone. I mean, like plans that people can purchase so that they can use the phone on your network. Yes, a rate plan. Thank you for being more specific than me.
We have a couple different rate plans and a couple different ways for customers to purchase the phone. We have a T-Mobile value plan and a classic pricing. Classic pricing is $199 after a $50 mail-in rebate with the 2-year contract. And then our value plan is $199 down payment. And then you can spread the rest of the retail price over 20 months at $15 a month. So
that's reasonable.
And that's there's a discounted value plan that goes there with that as well.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, the value plans have a little bit different rate plans that are associated with them, but basically a couple different ways. And we also in our partnership with Google. Google is selling it they were selling it online at Google Plus.
Briefly.
Or the Play Store. Play Store, right. And you can certainly pick one up from there and bring it to T-Mobile as well. Our SIM cards go right in, just as if they were out of the box that way.
And we have a sticker. I was showing off the back as you were explaining your plans. I like that. It's kind of neat. The art. I don't know what would you call that exactly.
It's kind of a disco texture.
Different.
I like it.
But here's the thing. This is light.
Very light.
I like I said, I don't tend to get buried in specs.
Sure. Well, we'll make this simple, right? This one is the cool part. I think this might be the first time, in my opinion, that a Nexus has gotten really, really sexy. We've got Gorilla Glass on the front, so big glass front plate. We've got a glass back plate, so it's Gorilla Glass 2 front and back. So it feels very good in the hand. But the thing I really like is the soft touch on the side, right? So you've got a grip, but it's lightweight. It's very, very high build quality. I mean, it's just a fantastic device in hand.
So there's the logo. Now we're going to need to shut this off to put the SIM card in, or we should
I think you can just
be able to go through it.
You can just go through it. Well, you got Wi-Fi in the house, yeah?
I do have.
I can't imagine.
No, that's
it was
the
a
one
dumb
thing
question.
I'm
It was a dumb question.
It was either Wi-Fi or the Nexus 10.
There you go.
And the Nexus 10 one. I don't need a wireless network, not anymore. Very simple. Let's see here. I will skip the SIM card insertion. Connect by way of Wi-Fi. Very responsive, I would say. Let's see here. And I also feel haptic feedback.
Yeah.
So thank you, Google, for that. I love haptic feedback. I know I'm the only one. Some people don't like it because it drains battery, but I've been
using it for a long time.
I've
not noticed a huge difference in battery life.
I like those types of features.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm using a virtual keyboard. Do you have a Google account? If you use Gmail, answer yes. Well, that's kind of
There you
smart.
go.
By the way, I still have the sticker on the screen, which is showing me the volume rocker switch, the power button, and what other ports do we have? Just the
Just a micro USB.
But is that also, what is it, MTL?
It is, well, there's an MHL.
MHL.
But this is a slim port, which is a little different. We'll have to kind of get back to folks on what that all means.
Okay.
But it's a new type of micro USB adapter that allows for that same connectivity to TV sets and things like that.
Okay. I'm just going to skip through a couple of these. It's asking me, like, do I have a Google account and all that stuff, and I'm just going to skip over this and
get right
back
to
to it.
yeah, you can
and
skip and go
jump
right to home.
into it. Make yourself at home, so it gives you a nice little tutorial right up front. And we have fully booted up with 920 people watching right now. Thank you for liking the unboxing. If you have any questions for Des, who would likely know more about this device considering you've been using it for quite a while.
Yeah, we've been working on it for a little bit. We've got a great partnership going with Google. We've done devices, like I said, way back since the beginning, and we are very excited to be able to bring a Nexus device onto our network and into our retail stores for folks to come and pick up.
You know, I gotta tell you, I haven't done much here, but it's very responsive. It's very responsive. Like, in terms of when I tap a button, I can
Things
sense
happen,
the
yeah.
animation's seamless.
Yeah.
I don't see any stutter, and that to me has been, you know, one of my bigger concerns about Android. And Google is continuously looking at that performance. In fact, the 4.2 update should be available for this Nexus device as well.
Yeah, well, it comes out of the box with 4.2, but there were a couple last-minute updates and things that we wanted to make sure that we got right. So out of the box, you should get your final software update that includes the photosphere feature.
Ah, so should I download that or try to download it?
Well, yeah, it'll check in the first 24 hours randomly, and it'll go.
It'll pull it.
But yeah,
so I have to wait.
It'll pull it down.
All right, so let me
Some
see here.
Some of the more techier folks will know the way to force the check-in, but it definitely...
Yeah, you have to like you have to force quit a service and clear the cache. I know, it's incredible. I read about it. You know, so the new default photo app, I love, or I should say camera app.
Sure.
I love the interface.
It's very cool.
It's hidden, but you tap and then you can select an option in kind of a radial style UI, and that is very unique. But I think very usable at the same time.
Absolutely. Things like quick features like turning on HDR or turning flash on auto or taking flash on to just on all the time, getting into settings, things like that.
Wow. Autofocus was instant. Very sharp detail, guys. I'm going to zoom in as close as I possibly can to Andy there, and you can see, as I move this box away, I don't really need that at this point, very sharp detail on that lens, and I don't think there's any plastic over it, so that's pretty much, or is there plastic
There's
over
plastic over it, you bet.
Never mind, I could get an even sharper image. Not to be confused with the sharper image, though, on the back. The speaker looks to be on the rear of the device rather than on the bottom.
Yeah.
So in your usage, how is that translated?
It hasn't been too much of a problem. It's funny, actually. You know, we were using navigation to get here, and the phone was sitting on the car seat next to me, and I was having no problem hearing the navigation instructions, and that the Google navigation sometimes can be a little bit quiet, so that was no real problem.
All right.
Oh, there it's
the cellophane
all
has
off.
been removed, and now you have the Nexus in full force there. Wow, you can really zoom in close on that thing. Very nice screen too, very smooth, and I don't think I've held a phone like this in the sense that the glass appears to almost be curved around the edge.
It is actually 2D glass, so it has a slight curvature that goes right down to that little chrome bezel around the front of the device. Yeah, isn't that cool? It just kind of falls off.
Very smooth. And another thing you mentioned, I definitely want to make note of this. When we're talking about soft touch, it's basically giving you the ability to kind of have a bit of a grip.
Yeah.
On the phone, so that it wouldn't slide. There's some amount of it's not, but it doesn't feel like if I stuck this in my pocket I couldn't get it out.
Right.
It's just enough that it provides enough
Yeah.
of a grip that I'm not holding on to glass, and I think that was potentially a very good design choice with this particular product. So let's see here. I'm just taking a look at. Holy cow, we have comments coming in. With 924 people tuned in at this point in time. Let's see here. What other things did you guys want to see on the phone? Oh, I guess I was holding it upside down. I'm not used to this phone.
Well, do you want to see? Do you want to show off a photosphere?
Yeah, absolutely. If you've got the update,
yeah, I've got a couple of
because I've showed a few of the new features in another video with Android 4.2.
I got it, perfect.
But I hadn't seen one with Photosphere.
So let me find a good one. So here is Photosphere. I was in Memphis this weekend, and so this is the interface for Photosphere. I'm in the
Probably
gallery.
Go a little closer.
So I'm in the gallery, and I did a little photo walk. And there's Photosphere, and so this is a Photosphere. I can't even say it. Photosphere photo, and this is what it looks like at first glance. Then you touch this little guy right here, and Chris, tell me if I'm getting in close enough.
You're perfect.
There we go. And it gives a little pan at first glance when you get in the photo, and then if you just tap the screen, it will pan around. And as you can see in this particular photo, I stood right in the middle of a fountain to get to get cool perspective for art. And it just pans around. You see I'm on Main Street in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. You can pan up, pan down, see down at your feet, or you can just start it again. This was cool. What you do is, I guess we could show that real briefly.
Sure.
Real quick here. We'll go to home.
I'd be scared to take one in my office.
Oh well, we're gonna pretend we're gonna start to take one. So, in the camera interface Chris was talking about, we choose the Photosphere option. And you see you align on this little blue dot. I hope the camera's capturing that. And then you just start moving around.
And then it automatically snaps it. Kind of like, what was it? Microsoft has a utility called Photosynth. And it does something similar. I mean, the output is different, but I like that. It's very hands-off, even though I shouldn't have moved around because it's okay. Give you a weird... I'm going to have a dent in my head. I mean, other than the dent that I normally have in my head. Very, very responsive.
Yeah, very cool. Cool feature. And Google Now has the newest version of Google Now. Yeah. So this new version of Google Now, which did you talk about it in your Nexus 7 4.2 update?
No. I mean, I've been using Google Now on a variety of devices, Android and iOS.
Okay.
And love it. I mean, it's best of class as far as I'm concerned.
So they went from, in 4.1, they had about 10 scenarios that Google Now worked on, and now they have like 30. And so you can actually authorize it to go into your Gmail and scan for package delivery information, stuff like that. So it's really cool.
So what else did you guys want to see here, or what kind of questions that we got? A lot of people are just saying nice. Indeed, it is. Where's the box fart? There was no box fart on the Nexus 4, because sometimes when you
that was a little
it didn't happen, guys. Sorry, hate to disappoint. Liking the Nexus already, indeed. So it seems like people are repeating the same thing over and over and over again. So it's difficult to find the actual questions that they might have. But
lots of questions. I see a bunch of questions about the back finish. So the back finish is, while we showed it off, it's pretty subtle. It looks pretty much like a black phone with a little bit of like almost like metallic flake in it, right? At glance, I think that's when you zoom in, you get a little bit more to it. But
so this is sharp. The screen, I mean, the screen is very sharp.
Yeah, it's an IPS display, and it's HD 720p.
Wow. And of course, the screen, part of it is taken up by the capacitive buttons, which of course back home and your task switcher. Mm-hmm. That's the official word for it. I don't know. Very very smooth, very very smooth, and it's part of. To me, that experience in a smartphone that you just kind of, you forget that you're holding on to a computer and you're just doing what you need to do. Like, okay, at Google Now, like, let's see if I can Google Now it here. There we go. What would be a good movie to see right now? And then it translates it live. In Braille? Look at that. It's translating in Braille. It was translating in Braille. It even has me saying translate live in Braille. Seriously, it was coming in dots, and I'm like, what the? And it was definitely not Morse code. There is a difference between Braille. This thing even has Braille.
There you go.
I mean, what more could you want? No, it is a flat surface, so I don't know how useful that would be. But that was a very interesting. I don't know if that was a setting that I accidentally toggled when I was messing around with it, but just take a look. And I realize this is not indicative of the overall performance of the device, but just take a look at how smooth those transitions are when I'm looking at all the apps that are installed on the device. Very, very smooth. In fact, I should probably log into my Google account, because then I got a better idea. I'm going to go to Google Earth. I was going to log in to show some news stories and what have you. Welcome to Google Earth. Do I need to get started? No, I'm good to go. Let's see here. If I hold it this way, there we go. We had automatically reoriented. Go a little further. Oh, it's got some sample places for me to look at. Let's go to the Grand Canyon. Fly into the Grand Canyon, swipe down. If you guys are seeing that. Sorry if the brightness and contrast are a little off for you guys. Looks like it's downloading the textures at this point, still zooming in. There we go. Nice little flyover there, people. Look at that. So if I tap to stop it, move it around, very smooth. And a nice 3D experience. I've loved Google Earth from the time that Google acquired it.
Yeah.
Many people don't realize that Google has acquired a lot of its good software. Picasa was an acquisition. Google Earth was an acquisition. YouTube, of course, was an acquisition as well. But that's part of Google's story is even Android, if I'm not mistaken, was also an acquisition. Taking all these disparate pieces and bringing them together has really given Google the power that it has today with the data and its services. This is a okay. Let's hold it side by side next to the Note 2 here. Let me go ahead and turn it on. It should be on. There we go. Although it's telling me that I have to be here for the live unboxing right now. So if you don't mind, I'm going to do the live unboxing. Okay, done. Okay, go back. There we go. As the notifications scroll up. So there you go, side by side with the Note 2. And there's some differences even between these two devices. Not just in screen size, certainly. No removable battery in the Nexus 4.
Nope, integrated battery.
No SD card slot.
Nope, 16 gigs internal memory.
And there's another difference between... Oh, no removable battery. Did I say no removable battery already? Sorry.
It's got wireless charging.
Yeah.
It's capable of wireless display. So that's new. That's new for these guys. Using Miracast standard.
I did that with the Nexus 7 today.
Okay.
I've got a Google TV behind you.
Very cool.
And it worked exceedingly well. I didn't have to do anything. In fact, I probably could have done it without a pairing code, but I was kind of fiddling around trying to figure out, well, what do I need to do? And then the TV prompted me and said, are you looking for your pairing code? I'm like, well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. And it really worked, and it worked well. It was a very seamless experience. I played videos back on YouTube. Does it come in more than 16 gig?
Well, on Google, on the Play Store, I believe there is an 8 gig version. I'd have to double check Play, but T-Mobile is carrying the 16 gig version.
Okay. So this is a 8 gig or 16?
This is 16 gig.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And all your favorite Google services are installed by default, including Google Currents. And I don't know if you've ever messed with Currents before.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's like Flipboard, but for Google.
But by Google.
Oh, of course. In fact, we set up. I'm going to log in. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. Let's see, Des, if you can see anything from these questions. Can you see that? Or can you see some of the questions? Sorry, they trickle in, and it's very difficult to translate sometimes what people are saying, especially during live broadcasts and live unboxings. But I gotta tell you, my initial impressions are
Ryan
very
says
positive.
hi. I see that.
Wow, this is crazy. This is very smooth, guys. I cannot express just how smooth this is. It's very fast. It's very responsive, and that makes me very, very happy. If only because, that's part of having. Wow. It's a sharp screen. It's fast. It's lightweight. It's responsive. It's clean. Are you showing something?
Oh, I'm just firing off pictures real quick.
Oh, cool. There we go. As I log in. I'm trying to remember. I have so many passwords to memorize. Let's see here. And now I am officially logged in by saying in, agree to the terms of service. Signing in may take a few minutes. I wanted to jump into Currents, if only to show them kind of what it was. If only because I digest content everywhere. Signing in. Oh, updates are already available, so it looks like it's signed me into Play okay.
And it's giving you updates on your apps, yep.
It's downloading everything. Backup and restore built in. Of course, that's been used to that with the Android experience. Nothing new, but very, very good. It should automatically pull in my currents, and you can subscribe to a variety of channels within Google Currents as it continues to sign in. And I know I set up a Locker Gnome channel right there, so it fetches the feed and then allows you to explore the content that we've written for you. Look how smooth that is, guys. Look how smooth. Look as my finger scrolls up, the screen moves. Very, very nice. Very nice. And the text is also sharp. That's very legible. And I mean, like, I am... Again, I don't know if the camera could necessarily translate it. I'm not seeing any jaggies whatsoever. So the fonts are very, very sharp. Extremely sharp. But again, this is an HD display.
Yeah.
Well, I guess minus the capacitive buttons. It's 1280 by 720?
It's 1280 by 768. So it actually takes into account the extra space for the buttons, too.
Got it. All right, that makes sense. All right, well, let's try, now that I'm logged in, I go over to Chrome, or I guess I don't have to go to Chrome. I was going to pull up a YouTube video. Sorry, guys. The way that we have to hold things around here is a little awkward, but hopefully you're bearing with us through this broadcast. So if there are any other questions you might have, we'll try to address them before closing out. Check to channels. Yeah, okay. Let's see here. Channel feed. I can only play the videos that I'm licensed to play. That is my own.
There you go.
There we go. And of course, an ad starts playing. Well, this isn't a problem because, it is my channel. So
there you go.
Yay.
And you can skip the ad.
By the way, the T-Mobile video that we did is over 1 million views. At this point, people are actually saying they're going back to find the video to favorite it.
1.2 million.
Yeah, it's insane. 1.2 million.
Very
like
cool.
2,000 likes, hardly, any kind of pushback at all. The camera, or I should say the screen quality is outstanding. And I realize it may not translate on the camera that we're recording it on, but it's very comfortable. Very comfortable. Very sharp, too.
And is it playing in
HD?
high quality? Yeah.
It seems to be. If that's not
Very
high
nice.
quality, I'd be shocked.
Yep, it is.
Because, I mean, I'm looking at the lines, and it's very, very sharp.
Yeah, it
very
looks really good.
Very noticeable. And I do not record in the highest... I mean, I record in high quality. Let's see here.
Someone asked about battery life. Battery life's about a day. It's a 2100 milliamp hour battery. It lasts about a day. Solid, really solid use. That's exchange email, watching videos, having all your services turned on, things like that. What was the other one I saw? Show more of the phone. Show more of the phone.
Okay, more of the phone. Fine. I'm
More
going
of
to...
the phone.
I have to first update to the over-the-air update came in.
Nice.
It was that easy. Oh, I'm sorry. I was downloading it.
There you go. Still downloading.
So what about the phone do you want to see that we haven't shown you, guys? We're doing our best to keep the conversation lively.
Camera.
And we said the camera. Thank you, by the way. I see the likes are coming in with 900 of you guys watching live, 584 likes. Although I'm sure people don't like the fact that I have this, and they don't.
that might be those two.
They may
two
be a
dislikes.
bit depressed. So let's just go ahead and nice little capacitive or haptic bump there. I just love that.
Yeah, it feels really good.
There's something about going to a device that has haptic feedback and then going to one that doesn't. And I've always missed it.
What doesn't have haptic feedback?
My Nexus 7 doesn't have.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
We can't turn it on?
I don't think so. At least I haven't.
All right, let me see.
You may be able to figure it out. There we go. Nice little animation there. Cute. Go to settings, click about phone, and spam the version of Android, then enjoy. What? Some of the things that people say, I just don't understand. Who actually calls people anymore? We don't know. How are the buttons? On-screen buttons are fine, as well as the physical buttons on the phone. They're just fine. Don't drop it. Sorry. I know everyone's asking me to zoom in on the camera a bit. There's only so much that I can do with the live YouTube broadcast, unfortunately. And I know some people are saying, well, why can't you broadcast in HD? Well, you have to complain to YouTube on that one.
Someone asked if it's Gorilla Glass. It's Gorilla Glass 2 front and back.
2? What's the difference?
Newer and improved.
Gorilla.
It's more gorilla-y.
Less hairy
There you
in
go.
this version of the Gorilla Glass. The glass meets the frame just like the iPhone. I don't think so. This just seems smoother, like more rounded.
Yeah.
Like, there's no.
Doesn't have that little kind of chamfered edge to it.
Yeah. And I think that it feels very, very nice in the hand too. Very smooth, very clean experience. Let's see here. Is it lighter? Honestly, it's a very light phone.
Yeah.
And even if you can measure it up, spec wise, I think that this is definitely feels lighter than the Note 2. I could be wrong though.
A little lighter than the Note 2.
The easiest way for me to tell is to hold on to something for a bit, and then it's definitely lighter than the Note 2 by feel. So we have the reboot animation. How much space? I think we already kind of covered that.
Yep, 16 gigs.
Cut the rope. I don't have cut the rope yet. That's for some reason that became like my go-to app for
demos.
For demos because I had a problem with it on Windows RT, and they're like, "Go to it." Is a sexy phone? Someone was saying Nexus is sexy. Yes, it is. Is there wireless calling messaging available on this or not? Wireless calling. Isn't all calling wireless?
Yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe that's in comparison to Nexus 7, which is just a tablet. No, this is a phone. This is a smartphone.
Yeah, it's difficult to know. Go to the settings menu, press the operating system number, and a new graphic will pop up. And keep pressing it, Chris.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I will as soon as it reboots here. Android is upgrading, optimizing app 17 of 17. Hang on, I will do what he says. And then this will be it. Unless you guys have any other questions, we'll go ahead and round it out because we want to make sure that people would want to watch this again and again and again. Let's unlock it. Yeah, it's definitely 4.2 now. So I have to go into settings, he said?
Yep, settings.
Settings.
About phone.
It's still loading in the background there. Settings. About phone. It's at the bottom. About phone. Now I press what? As you drop your phone.
Yeah, the Android version.
The Android version.
Yeah.
Android version 4.2.
Keep tapping.
Is this going to be an Easter egg?
Keep
It's an Easter egg!
There
Yay!
you go.
Can I do anything with the Easter egg? I
think
kind
you
of
tap him a few times.
Tickled the jelly bean. Come on, jelly bean. Am I just madly tapping this piece of candy on the screen? Can I do anything now?
Can you press and hold?
Press and hold. Oh, there we go. Yep. Oh, nice. And then I can flick beans around the screen. Dude, Google thinks of everything. I've always been a fan of Easter eggs, though. Wow, look at the graph. I mean, this is not really displaying the full graphics performance of the phone.
Even the jelly beans look good.
But look at the animations on these beans. Look how smooth the animation is. They've definitely done a lot of optimizing with this thing. A lot. Look at that. Can you see this? Look how smooth that is. That's buttery, dude.
That's very nice.
Dude, they
slow jelly beans, fast jelly beans.
However fast or slow you want your jelly beans, I'm sure the Nexus 4 will not disappoint. Wow. This is God, this is going to be hard to pick now.
You just have to go back and forth.
So, I could carry both.
You could carry both.
Because I really like...
There's an extra SIM card in the box.
So I can carry both. I love media on the Note 2. And once you have a larger screen, you kind of get used to having that full field of view and being able to see everything.
You know what we should show?
Oh, yeah?
We should show go to keyboard.
Okay. Oh, the swipe?
Their new,
I tested it earlier, and now that we've updated it, it should work just fine. Yeah. Even though I totally, I didn't, it didn't know what I was typing there.
It's a little hard to demo it and do it.
Yeah,
but
it definitely works. And if you're a fan of gesture keyboards, now it's built in, because normally you'd have to install a third-party tool, and basically you can see that little blue line as I swipe around the keyboard without removing my finger from the screen and typing Mendix. I don't know. I typed something. It's something over there. Let's see. Any other questions here? Go to settings, click the phone, spam the version of it. What? Oh, I think they were saying.
Same thing.
Some people need to catch either that or there's a massive delay on this feed. I'm going to go ahead and kind of wind down, if only because we're getting either the same questions or I don't want to keep this video going too long. So we've unboxed it. We've showed you everything that we possibly could. Yep. I've given you some initial impressions. Anything else?
No, it's available at T-Mobile today. Get it now. They're going fast, as we've heard, and will be in our retail stores in the coming months.
I love the back. It's like a live wallpaper.
It is.
More than it's like a live wallpaper that doesn't take any battery. The little dots, the flecks. I love that. How does it feel in the hand? It feels good.
Yeah.
It feels natural. It feels comfortable. I feel like I can operate it with one hand. My thumb may not be able to make it to the top corner of the screen, but I can still maneuver around it easily enough to use it.
Yeah.
Or certainly browse the web with it, or flick through images, or digest media. So thanks again.
You bet.
This
of course.
is really cool.
Thanks for having me.
So I get to hold on to this one too?
You get to hold on to that
Sweet.
one too.
So I'll be able to do some speed tests and comparisons and really dive into this. But oh wow, this is it's very responsive.
It's very good. This it's interesting to kind of sum it up, right? This is probably, I would think, probably the best example. Of course, it's pure Google, so there are no preloads of any kind. We've been asked a lot of, well, T-Mobile's taking it, are there preloads? No. We're in partnership with Google. This is a Nexus device. It is pure Google. There are no preloads on this device. It makes it super fast. You're quick to get updates right out of the box. You get an update, and it is by far the sexiest Android phone around. I'm pretty sure. I love my Note 2. It's like,
I'd have to agree.
It's a tough choice in the morning. Do I take out the Note? Do I take out the Nexus?
If this is sexy.
Great devices.
Very sexy. I like it. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Stay tuned for more videos starring the Nexus 4 and the Nexus series of products. I'm getting my Nexus 10 when it arrives here. I guess in a couple days. I ordered it. I guess
those were
sold out too.
Sold out late yesterday.
Yeah. So I grabbed one, so we'll be doing a live unboxing of that, and I'll have all 3 of the Nexus products, bringing Google's story completely together. So thank you for doing this. Really appreciate you stopping in again. Everybody, your handle on Twitter, is it just Des Smith? Or?
It's Ask Des.
Ask Des.
Yep.
So ASKDES.
You got it. I'm kind of the Twitter product guy, device whiz. There we go. Thanks, guys.
Follow him on Twitter. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If we missed any questions, we'll do our best to address them in the next live video, because there will be more.